So PlayStation fans are the absolute, I think most of the people who hate Nintendo are PlayStation fanboys. So they're comparing Samus to the girl from Stellar Blade. Oh yes, Samus, who tons of people like because of because Metroid has a long history with video games. Samus is one of the most iconic women in gaming. But of course, PlayStation fans and Stellar Blade fans just want to go out and attack Samus for Metroid. This is absolutely absurd coming from these people because, and of course, guess where it's from? 4chan, of course. Wii U Tech, practically 2005 modern tech. And they're comparing the butts of both the Stellar Blade character and Samus. But the thing is, Samus is a much more iconic character than the character from Stellar Blade ever will be. Okay? And once they managed to make Stellar Blade into like an ongoing franchise, the thing is, Samus has decades of legacy as a character. Okay? Metroid is a very long running franchise. Okay? Metroid has been around since the 80s, and Stellar Blade has only been around since 2024. And it's just mostly Sony fanboys thinking, oh, but our characters are better as well. Our characters are better than your characters, or blah, blah. And this really shows how dumb Sony fanboys really are. Okay? Why can't people like both characters? Is it that hard for Sony fanboys to understand this? And this is why they continue losing these battles and wars they go against every other group of gaming communities, because they have been going for the past year attacking Nintendo, saying the Switch 2 will be poorly sold at the Wii U, or the Switch 2 will sell so poorly that the PlayStation will have a monopoly on gaming, and that Nintendo will have to port their games to PC and accept that, Eve is a superior. I think that's her name, Eve. I'm not really sure. I've not played the game. That the Stellar Blade Go is superior to anything Nintendo has ever made. Yeah, Nintendo games are better than probably most PlayStation 5 movie games anyways, as well. Yeah, yeah. Yes, the thing with Mario Kart is a game you play for 10 years. Meanwhile, Ghost of Yotire is just more garbage by Sony. But yeah. Also, I don't even think Sony developed Stellar Blade. Well, the thing is even more embarrassing for Sony. What Sony made was Concord, and if you want to compare Samus to Concord, then I guess you really are playing this move brain game though, because any character from that game is just ugly. Yeah. Yes, if you want to compare the Stellar Blade character to Concord, then yes, the Stellar Blade character would win against all of those things from Concord. But you're comparing her to Samus, which is that's pretty hilarious that these Sony fanboys, because they know they can't win with Concord, so they have to use a character created by a third-party studio to say that they win against Nintendo. It's absolutely shameful from Sony fanboys. Goodbye.